It's a key question. What is faster cross-country? Is it a fully XC bike with 100mm travel front and rear?
Or a beefed up down country with 120 up front and 100 on the rear?
So GmbN with Thankston Merida are going to pit two near identical bikes against each other. The brand new Merida 96 RC.
And the brand new Merida 96 against each other on an XC loop to see which one's faster, Neil. Have you been training?
Yeah.
You have? I'm in trouble.
Cross-country racing has got more and more technical, and the bikes have had to keep up with that trend. So not only does a cross-country bike now have to be super capable up the hills, but also able to deal with the difficult descents. And actually we've seen a real interest in this new sort of down country style of bike, one that I think kind of blurs a line between the capabilities of a trail bike.
Yes, back in 2008, where this bike was launched, you can see the evolution that this rig's gone through to get to where it is right now.
Yeah, let's start with some quick bike checks, and let's start with the more classic cross-country bike, the 96 RC. The 96 RC has 100mm of travel front and rear with fast rolling tyres. It's got modern cross-country geometry, which means more capable on the descents, more progressive suspension than the old bike. The head angle is now 1.5 degrees slacker at 68.5 degrees. It's got a larger reach, which is 453mm for a medium, and a lower bottom bracket and standover height, with more tyre clearance for a tougher setup. Now over to the more down country bike, the non-RC 96, let's call it. It's got 120mm travel front and 100mm on the rear, and it's 1.5 degrees slacker head angle than the RC at 67 degrees. Both bikes have the P-Flex system on the seat and chainstay to save weight over a pivot, and it shows just how serious Merida are taking the weight of this bike still. The 96 RC 9000 weighs 10.29 kilograms, whilst the 96 8000 comes in at 11.57 kilograms. Both have the flat mount rear disc brake calipers. The frame is designed around the capability of two water bottle cages and a trail mount for accessories that comes underneath that top tube, and a long insert depth for seat posts to give a wide choice for dropper posts. Two different frame levels. The top level is a CF5 and the more affordable CF4. CF5 being 150 grams lighter while staying as stiff as the CF4. But which is faster? Blake, you're well cross-country.
So cross-country is unreal.
Actually, you did do quite well against that Nino Schurter.
I did put some good power. Yeah, I remember.
And you've raced Annemiek van Vleuten and Kate Courtney.
They kicked my ass.
So you should really ride the full cross-country bike.
Nah, hell no. Why? Because this one matches my watch strap. So I'm going to go with this and my helmet and my gloves.
Fine, I'll take the faster bike then. Easy.
No, it's not faster. It's not.
So 2020 has thrown everything at us, Blake. Unfortunately, we can't travel some exotic location for a World Cup XCO track.
No, we can't, but we can come to the Forest of Dean and ride the Red Run.
It's second best, I think. So we've made a bit of an XCO replica track. We've got some punchy power climbs, a bit of single track, some technical descents, and some jumps. Oof. So it's time to see exactly where these bikes excel, because we're going to split this into segments and check out a difference in times.
I'm ready.
Are you?
No, but you can go first though.
All right.
On your marks. Get set. Go! Go, Neil! Oh, yeah. This trail, techie, rooty. It's gonna be slippery. I'm gonna give Neil some time because I don't want to catch him up, you know.
The lap starts out with a tricky climb with rooty turns and short sprints from corner to corner, and gradually ascends to the highest point. Then to a fast, sometimes rough downhill with muddy berms, breaking bumps and roots. I put in a time of 15 minutes 36 on the 3.75 kilometre lap.
I was flat out from the start and blowing so hard what seemed like a long time. I buzzed up the flat fire road and straight into the downhill, still recovering from the climb. My lap took 18 minutes and 12 seconds. That was hard work.
It's non-stop. You're either going up or you're bombing back down. How did the bike feel, dude?
Really good though. You know, I used the lockout on quite a lot of it.
Did it? I didn't. I forgot.
On the climbs.
The first bit's quite rough going up, then does smooth out.
Real techie climbing, like.
This is as quick as I thought it would feel going up, to be fair, and the tyres are so fast as well.
Yeah.
But then I was kind of surprised on the downhills. It felt way more composed and comfortable than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And it feels good going up. You're like, you know, you're sort of perched right where you need to be for power, but I'm surprised how good it goes down.
Going down with that 120mm fork, being tired, I could just smash stuff a little bit more than I would on a
And you got
full
trail tyres in there as well, so a bit
I
more
got
grip.
aggressive, chunky tyres, so the turns I was just like trying to keep my speed.
Breaking the laps down into segments, the long first climb took me 10 minutes 37. One part of that was the final steep straight drag to the top, a head down pure effort, which took 1 minute 32.
The climb took me 12 hard minutes and 15 seconds. That horrible steep bit took me 1 minute and 58 seconds. So hard. But the downhill, 1 minute 27. That felt quite quick.
The downhills took me 1 minute 54. Well, do you want the good news?
Yeah.
I think you look fast.
Oh, yes!
Bad news is the only way to get a proper result is by us swapping bikes and doing it again. A few deep breaths and lap 2 was on like Donkey Kong. And I was slower by just under a minute. Interestingly, I was 35 seconds slower to the top of the big climb, with 8 seconds given away just on that steep straight part. But I was faster on the pure downhill segments, 18 seconds. The rest of the deficit was given away on the flatter or undulating sections that made up the rest of the lap.
Dude, I was faster on the short travel XC bike than I was on the downcountry bike, but I was maybe a bit cross-eyed when I crossed the finishing line. It was only 16 seconds faster than my first lap. I was actually a bit slower up the climb by 8 seconds and a bit slower on the rough downhills by 15 seconds. So I must have made up the time on the up and down sections in between, and the bike must have just rolled a lot faster on the flat ground.
Oh man. Felt like I had more drag, definitely, so whether it's the angles and the tyres working together. And actually a difference there is some of these climbs are actually pretty technical, like steppy, and with the feel of the aggressive cross-country bike, it makes them a bit easier. You're just angled into it a bit more. Whereas this, a bit slacker out, actually doesn't help as much on the technical climbs, but on the descents it felt really good.
I'm faster!
Oh yeah?
Yeah!
Nice.
Oh my god! I'm faster!
I was faster on that bike, overall.
Overall, I'm faster.
It'd be interesting to see the difference in the segments.
Yeah, the climbs, that's where it's at for me.
Yeah. Digging deeper into the results, the fastest lap was me with a 15 minutes 36 on the 96 RC. Second for me with a 16:31 on the 96, the downcountry bike, but that was 55 seconds slower. Third with a 17 minutes 56 for Blake on the 96 RC, and fourth again for Blake, 18 minutes 12 on the 96. The fastest climb was me with a 10 minutes 37 on the 96 RC, second me on the 96, third for Blake on the 96, and fourth and the slowest time was Blake on the 96 RC. The fastest descent was Blake with a 1 minute 27 on the downcountry 96, second me with a 1:36 on the 96, third Blake with a 1:42 on the 96 RC, and the slowest time was me with a 1:54 on the 96 RC. So the cross-country race bike, the 96 RC, was fastest overall for both Blake and I, but the downcountry style bike, the 96, was fastest on the descents. I mean, the times tell us which bike's faster, obviously, but if you were to choose one bike to ride, which one would you go for?
Well, for me, I'm more gravity fed, and it all depends on what kind of terrain you ride.
Yeah.
I would go with that one because it's got a little bit more travel. You can go further a distance, but you can ride a little bit more aggressive downhill, which I like, but it's personal preference.
I actually think I'd go for the RC.
Yeah.
Like a full-on cross-country bike. And you could always, you know, stick 20 mm on the fork, you know, be able to swap it around.
Of course you can, yeah. Oh, Neil.
Wow.
That was hard graft.
We absolutely smashed ourselves on cross-country bikes. Leave us a comments down below if you love seeing us riding cross-country bikes.
And killing ourselves.
It's good fun occasionally, isn't it, Blake?
It is.
And yeah, give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video.
So yeah. Oh, Neil. I think I'm gonna ride this one home. It's lighter to pedal.
But this one matches your gloves and your watch and your hat.
You can have my gloves if you want. Oh my goodness me, Neil.